Okay, really quick midweek video here on a game on the RetroPie that I've found recently. It's been out for over a year now, I think, but it's Final Fight, not the standard Final Fight, but a ROM hack called Final Fight 30th Anniversary. And it's got a few additions, changes to the original version. But I'm playing it here on the RetroPie, and I'll show you the setup in a second. But the main differences that you'll see are you can play 3-player rather than just 2. There's a lot of palette changes you can choose from, so different colouring on all the characters. I think when you play 3-player, you get a lot more enemies on screen, they've got more health, and there's just quite a lot of enhancements. Check out the description for the links to show what they are, and also check out the description for how to get this. And the process is essentially you get the original Final Fight ROM, so ffight.zip, and then you patch it, and it'll create a new version, ffight.zip. Anyway, so if I just fire this up quickly, it's only going to be just a quick blast through on the video. So it says 1, 2, 3 player there because I put a few credits in, and if I start, I think I've put a few shortcuts on my keyboard to emulate 3 players because I don't have 3 controllers to hand, let alone 2 more friends. If I hit this one, there we go. Right, and that one, and that one. There we go, 3 players. So that should kick in if I press that. So we've got Guy, Hagar, and Guy. Okay, 2 guys. I could have changed that. You can see 3 players. So one of them would be me. There we go. Like I say, I haven't got the other controllers, so kind of a bit of manual team effort here. You go over there. I'll go and jump there and do really badly. You can also punch your players. Don't really want to do that. You go over there. I'll go down there. Get by to him. You go that way, please. You can imagine 3 players are fine if you've got other controllers. They don't have to move like they're on some sort of treadmill. Okay. Right. Yeah, it's really good version, and you can see that at the bottom there you've got the timer. So I think on the original the timer's right at the top, but maybe they put it at the bottom to make sure you can get 3 players health bar showing clearly at the top for those sort of reasons. I'm not going to go any further on this. I'm not going to play any more like that. It's ridiculous. So that's the game, and what I've got here in RetroPie, this is version 4.8, and it's just out of the box. I haven't done anything to it. I've put a ROM in the arcade folder, which is that ffight.zip, and I put a ROM in the main folder just so I can test a couple of different emulators quickly rather than keep selecting them in arcade. Anyway, the one in main is main 2003 plus. That has to be installed from the optional menu, and the version you get is I just downloaded it from binary, so I've got today's version, and that's been modified to play this patched version of Final Fight. And in the arcade one, I'm running lr-fbneo, which also been modified to play this. And the reason I found this is because I've been playing about rebuilding main ROM sets, and when I was rebuilding it, there were a few ROMs that I couldn't, or ROM sets that I couldn't rebuild because they weren't from the official MAME set, which is, and this is one of them because it's romhack, had to fish it out separately. So the way you do that is you download this patching program to generate it that the guys who've developed it have written. So all the thanks is down to them, the developers of this game, and the big community they've got behind them that have encouraged them. And you see loads of posts about everyone loving the game because it was great, especially 3 players. You patch the original ROM ffight.zip, and it gives you the new one. So I'll put details of that in the chat. But anyway, yeah, I don't see much difference between playing it in lr-fbneo and lr main 2003 plus. But if I fire up the version in lr-fbneo here, I'll play it a bit more easily than that anyway. Okay, so you can see if I scroll up and down here, you can change the palette. So let's go Hagar in purple. There we go. Right, see if we can get through the first level here. It's just a 2-button game, so it's dead simple. And I think this is what really Sega wanted to copy with Streets of Rage, because there's a lot of similarities. The sprites are a lot bigger on Final Fight, but Both great games. I'll have to look at the list of all the changes in this version besides the fact it's 3 players. I think, like I say, you can obviously change a palette, and I think the names of the enemies vary a bit as well, so they're not always the same type, doesn't always have the same name, or even the same palette as well. I think they vary a bit. But runs absolutely fine on a Raspberry Pi running RetroPie. This is a Pi 3, so it's not massively powerful, but more than enough with fbneo and main 2003. Whoa. What I'll do is I will deliberately die, just so you can see one of the bugs that seems to appear when you're on the continue page. I think with Haggard the pixel alignment's out, so you can kind of just see a bit of a bug in a minute, and if they kill me quickly, you'll see that in a second. But yeah, I've been playing this because I just wanted to see what it was that I couldn't rebuild the MAME set for, and I hadn't seen this before, and like I say, it's been out about a year, but it's really good to replay this. There we go. All a bit odd on the head there, but I'm not that observant, but I've noticed that one. Besides that, I don't think there's, it's a pretty solid ROM hack and really good to play. So back on this screen, I'll put all the details in the description. If you need any more info on it, just message on the comments, but it's essentially you download Java, so your PC can run Java, then you download the installer. The installer says, where's the ffight.zip ROM, you tell it where it is, and then it produces the patch. And the ffight.zip ROM, I'm pretty sure it needs to be like a split set version, not a merged or unmerged set. So if that doesn't mean too much to you, just get ffight.zip and it'll probably be the right one. But if there's a choice, you want the split set. So it's just got the parent ROMs in there rather than everything else. And I think that's pretty much it. Give it a go. And like I said, those 2 emulators in RetroPie, play it out of the box. lr-fbneo and lr main 2003 plus. Those emulators have existed for quite a while. So if you play it with an old version, it probably won't work. So you do need relatively new versions. And that's it. Thanks.